On this episode of Tabletop Continuum, make a stealth roll with advantage to hop on the wagon and listen in on the budding journey of our first Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Ankor and the members of Postal Karma ready to face White Prize High Chieftain Posos at dawn, as tradition calls for a fight for freedom and the sanctuary of Ankor's parents. As we say, welcome to the world of Morath.
Yes. Hello, hi. Just a small, quick note from the new audio/video editor. I am Kirk. I am not in the World of Morath campaign. However, I do edit some of the videos and audio for the YouTube channel. So there have been a few mishaps with our recording software, Craig. Which, if you don't know, Craig is an extension or bot per se that you can get for Discord that can record Discord calls in a server. But during the recordings, Craig has screwed up multiple times, and so during this editing process, I've tried to cut down as much of them as possible. However, if there is something that needs to be filled in that just couldn't be salvaged, I will step in and give an explanation of what happened in the story. Okay, that is all from me for now. You'll be seeing me in about an hour and a half, so see me then.
Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Tabletop Continuum for the World of Morath. This is Tyler.
This is Robin.
I am Austin.
My name's Valkyrie.
And I'm Melissa.
And looks like we have an Internet Explorer on our hands. But anyway, we are going to dive right into another wonderful session of the World of Morath. I am super excited. Who's ready to whoop some ass and get their ass whooped?
I'm
Yeah. Everything is gonna be fine.
That's pretty funny, Tyler.
I feel like we're missing someone here.
I'm M.
There we go.
There's our Internet Explorer.
Hello.
There's our crazy monk.
Rar.
Welcome to the call, M.
Rar, lol, XD.
Anyway,
Oh wow.
let's get this going. So, where last we left off? After escaping from the dungeons of Maelakabanajo alongside a red-haired Eladrin bard named Maelt, you find yet another red-haired bard, the cute deer, Cree. As you venture as far away from home as possible. Learning a little bit about the Bardic Guild, the Sentinels of Hugh, from Maelt, as the guild's former co-founder, you all venture at morning to create more distance between you and the law. You came across a war priestess in the crossroads who recognized you, Ankor. That was Loch Moorstone, who noted that your mother is in fact her sister. So, hey, family reunion! As you all are led by Loch to the Highland Smithshire, you learn quickly that Loch's home, the White Prize, isn't too far off either. winning competitions, eating some wonderful food, buying goods, and finding love. You all soon left for the white prize, wherein your presence brings mixed greetings. You were greeted by Loch once again before being led to the High Chieftain, Posos, who seemed indifferent to all presences except one. He called for a fight of tradition at dawn, symbolizing freedom, sanctuary, and possibly a truce depending on how things go. The new day rises as you all wake in inn rooms more cramped than the ones before, but cozy and quaint regardless due to your company. As everyone begins to rise, we already established a constitution saving throw for you, Siobhan, earlier. That was an 18, so you didn't have the best of dreams, but you're not exhausted by any means.
Anchor got a
Siobhan,
little,
Corey, and Anchor's room. How is everyone feeling?
Anchor got a little bit of an early rise and is hiding himself.
What was that?
Anchor got a bit of an early rise. Not the way that you think.
No, you just went you just cut off towards the end. I was like, wait, what?
And I was still talking too.
Anchor's getting a blowjob. What's next?
Moving on. Anchor is getting ready for the fight and is just hyping himself up, saying, "You can do this. You can do this."
Corey is slowly waking up, kind of seeing you kind of pep yourself up. Are you sure you're okay?
Honestly, no, I am not sure. But I don't have much other options to provide safety for my family.
Yeah. The fact that you have to be responsible for other people is. I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. But I still want to help you.
Thank you.
Of course. I mean, come on. We've known each other for how long?
God, I lost track.
Man, when even was the first time that we met? Everything seems to kind of meld together.
Yeah, it does.
For a moment, Corey kind of ponders, trying to think of memories, but then looking over Anchor's side, Corey sees you, Siobhan, still laying down. Good morning?
Siobhan rolls over, and not necessarily bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but yeah. Morning, Corey. Morning, Anchor.
Morning.
Should we have some food or something before? No, wait, food right before a fight's probably not a good idea.
No, not a good idea at all. This is a fight of honor, and there's nothing honorable about throwing up on your enemy.
I mean, if it's bad enough, you can make him sick.
But it's not honorable.
Honor schmoner.
Anchor's got a point.
Anyway, why don't we... yeah. Why don't we check up on the others?
All right, then.
As we then pan over to Kree, Angus, Yorgia. What are you dears doing?
Yogia has decided to get an early rise to the day. and she's getting herself dressed. She's decided to ditch her usual cloak and has decided to instead has decided to wear a pair of comfortable loose pants as well as a, a black cropped blouse that gives her a bit of a little more freedom of movement considering the events that are planned for today. And she's currently has her back facing the bed that they slept in the night before, and is currently looking into a mirror trying to braid her hair and tie it up behind her head in order to once again um, be a little bit more fitting for battle in terms of her clothing choices.
Cree had slept in her clothes as she always does, so she just kind of hops out of bed. And she's about to walk out of the room before she remembers that she has been taught how to brush her hair. So she grabs her brush and walks back to her bed and kind of like sits down and starts working at her hair. Before kind of remembering Angus and looking over to him.
I am staring at the ceiling, wide-eyed, blanket pulled all the way up to my neck, and just kind of, So, knowing that Kree is still in the room, I motion to Kree to get her attention.
She's already got her attention on Angus, so
Okay, so
she kind of like perks up a little bit at the movement, and her full attention is on us now.
So he kind of like points at Kree and then points at Yorga, who's getting dressed, and kind of does a motion like talk to her. Distraction.
Kree nods. She sets down her hair. No, she's gonna take her hairbrush with her. So she walks over to Yorga and kind of like places herself, so she is opposite, like she's on the opposite side of Yorga that Angus is on. So if Yorga were to look at Kree, she would be completely facing away from us.
And
What are you doing with your hair?
Oh, I'm just braiding it up because, long hair and fighting don't mix.
Oh, I don't really fight often. Do you think I should do that with my hair too?
I would recommend it because I can say now that having your hair grabbed is not a very pleasant feeling.
Okay. How do I do it?
Yorga thinks for a moment, and she kind of like looks at Kree's hair, and you know what? How about I just do it for you? And she motions for Kree to turn around.
She does so.
And she begins to braid Kree's hair. And as she does so, after she finishes putting it in a braid, she ties it up and twists it into a bun at the top of her head. So now it's going to be a lot harder for someone to grab, and if someone does grab it, it's going to hurt a whole lot less than if someone grabbed it when it was loose.
She kind of like she doesn't like mess with it, but she just kind of like brushes her hair a little bit, just kind of examining it as best she can. She does like kind of look in the mirror, and she's just kind of like looking at it, really interested in it.
Nice. And during all that, Angus is going to try to sneakily get dressed with no one noticing.
Roll me stealth.
This'll be fine, right?
While the two of you roll perception.
Well.
Well, at
they don't-
disadvantage considering y'all are distracted.
They don't really need to
Well,
roll very
Kree's
high.
not
We'll
distracted. Kree is doing it to distract Yorga.
I'm helping the distraction. But I got a 15 on perception if you still wanted that.
I got a 12.
You know what? Since you're technically helping Angus, you can roll that advantage.
I mean, Kree doesn't need to sneak a peek. It's
How much did you say that you had him?
No.
12.
okay.
Angus, you get advantage now because Kree is technically helping you.
Oh, I get advantage.
Sorry, my
Okay. Well, that is slightly better than the nat one I rolled the first time.
Oh gosh.
oh no.
That is a 5.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
This really isn't that subtle. Yorga, you don't see everything, but you definitely see Angus rustling like a flipping cartoon under these blankets. It's like, go! And cursing, trying to get certain clothes off from underneath the darkness and under the blanket. He's struggling, but he's managing.
Kree kind of panics and like quickly runs between like Yorga and Angus, trying to kind of be like in the way so that Yorga can't really see.
Yorga is getting an inkling of a feeling that something is going on that Kree and Angus don't want her to know about. Yorga
Gee,
says
what would
this
give you
out
that
loud.
impression?
I'm getting the feeling that something is going on here that I shouldn't know about. And I mean,
Secrets? What secrets? No one's keeping secrets.
Yorga looks at the hidden form of Angus, and to Kree, then to Angus, then to Kree, and like ponders for a moment. Can I roll something to see what conclusion Yorga draws from what she's seeing right now?
Because
there really isn't enough information for you to deduce a conclusion.
Make an
So I
educated
can't
guess
really-
on what's happening right now.
Can I like roll intelligence to see how stupid of a guess Yorga makes as to what's going on?
Sure, roll me an intelligence.
Oh, you guys are in a secret relationship. I knew it. It just gets that bad.
Yorga looks at Angus and Kree and is like, I see what's going on here.
Kree's eyes just kind of like, she just like goes stiff and like panics just all throughout her features.
I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, I fully support you, and it's not a big deal. It's your business who you want to tell, so I won't say anything to anyone. But it's fine.
Well, see, I wasn't trying to keep it a secret from everyone. I just don't know who I can trust with this kind of information, because if this kind of information got out, it could really, really mean dangerous things for me.
Really, I didn't realize that being in a relationship with Kree would be an issue.
No, you know, he sits there and thinks for a second and kind of goes,
There's like all thought just has like stopped in Kree's mind, just like what? Like she has no idea how to process that conclusion that was made. She's just
that sound from
brain
The
has
Price is Right.
stopped.
The one that when you get something wrong, that goes.
Boom, 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 burn.
That's the one.
Angus goes, I was considering letting you believe that just so you wouldn't try to investigate any further, but I really can't. No. That is no. Not at all.
So then
Not even slightly, no.
what's going on here?
I have a skin condition?
Rolling deception.
Can Kree she's just gonna go along with whatever Angus says. So can she just kind of nod and just go along with it in any way, to just try and help him?
Can I
I'll
burn
allow it. You
virtual
can roll.
dice?
I will allow it, and Angus, because of that, you will have advantage.
Because that was another one.
We're partners in crime.
Oh
Oh, what was that?
It was another one.
Oh gosh.
As-
Wait. What about the advantage?
The advantage was a 9.
Oof.
You're gonna roll me perception against their deception.
Insight.
Sorry.
Insight.
Insight. Derp. Why do I keep wanting to say perception? Probably because perception is a more fun word to say. But yeah, roll insight.
At advantage or disadvantage or just regular?
You get regular.
I rolled a 20.
Oh no.
It's a dirty 20, but it's a 20.
Yeah, but you rolled well past the deception. So you know they lying.
Yorga quirks an eyebrow and squints at Angus and and she just kind of shakes her head in mock disappointment, but doesn't push any further. She's like, okay, if you need anything for that, I have some stuff in my bag. She says, making it very clear that stuff in my bag is a euphemism for you can tell me if you want to. And she goes back to fixing her hair.
I have baggage.
Kree is just kind of sitting there sort of trembling and there's just wait. She hasn't really said a word.
Alright. Well, this has been fun. So Angus is just gonna normally get dressed now and just hope that Yorga doesn't notice anything at this point.
You're gonna get dressed out in the open.
Just I'm gonna get dressed in the open and maybe she'll respect my privacy.
You're gonna roll me perception.
Kree does kind of she keeps herself in between Yorga and Kree as much as she can, but she's only 5 foot, so there's not a lot Kree can do.
Yeah.
She tiny, she's trying.
Oh no!
I keep on rolling good on rolls that I really shouldn't be rolling good on. I'm gonna do so bad during the battle today.
Watch, it's going to be that you're going to roll crap later.
But I rolled a 19.
Yeah. In your peripheral, while Angus is getting dressed, you notice a silhouette of some things that should be there but aren't, and things that shouldn't be there but are.
I'm sorry.
You're not 100% sure, but with what you know about the male frame, this doesn't look right.
Hitties, then. I see hitties.
Yeah, you see hitties.
Okay, Yorga notes this in her head and then immediately represses it and says nothing.
Does
She
Kree
knows-
notice that Yorga notices? Can I roll for that?
Yeah, you can roll.
That would be an insight roll.
Yes, that would be insight.
Alright.
Not perception.
Right. Did Kitty I
And-
see
but I have a
all?
but I have a +5 in perception. Okay, we'll see about the insight. That was a 15.
You didn't see it outright. It was in your peripheral, but you have a feeling that she probably snuck a peek.
Okay.
Because Yorika wasn't trying to look. It just so happened that she caught it out the corner of her eye, and she's not going to say anything because she knows that Angus is uncomfortable with people knowing this information. And Yorga may not always have the best intentions, but she's not gonna go around outing a trans person for being trans.
I love how the first drawn conclusion was, "Oh, you can have a relationship with Kree." I'm not gonna say anything like, "Absolutely not."
as if Kree isn't the cinnamon roll that she is.
Look, it's gonna be a long time before a romantic relationship can ever enter Kree's life. She's gotta work through at least trying to figure out how platonic relationships work first.
Yeah. Which, as
poor girl's got some serious trust issues.
she do, as Siobhan, Anchor, you two, along with Corey, are you guys going out of your room to?
Yeah, I'm going out of my room to the other room and knocking on the door side since there's no doors.
Well, there was a door. It was just you put a big old board in front of it to keep people out by locking it.
Yeah. So,
Oh well, then in that case,
sorry, I
Anchor
probably didn't.
forgets.
Yeah, I probably
this-
didn't explain this well enough, but it's one of those types of doors to where you can still. It's still like a proper door, but the locking mechanism is that you put a bar inside of the room so that people can't come in.
In that case, I knock on the door.
Kree kind of looks at Angus to make sure he's good to go before
Am I
she
good to
even
go?
moves.
I would say you're good to go. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then at this point, I'm just sitting at the edge of the bed and just pinching the bridge of my nose, like, dear fucking god.
Kree goes over to the door and goes to get the bar off of it.
Roll me strength.
All right. Oh, not a bad roll. What's my strength again? That's a 17.
Big kitty, oof!
Kree smash!
Yeah, you really didn't struggle or anything with just putting weight to one of the sides so that you can just topple it out of where it needs to be. So now it's just standing, kind of leaning slightly onto the door side so that you can open it.
All right. She goes and cracks it open a little bit just to see who's out there first before actually opening it all the way.
Hello.
Good morning.
And once she sees it's Anchor, she opens it up. Hi, Anchor.
With Siobhan and Corey in tow in the back.
Yeah. I mean, if she opens it up a crack, the first and only thing she's probably going to see is just Anchor. He is 6'4", and she's 5
big boy.
foot.
So, are we ready for the fight?
As ready as I'll ever
Kree.
be.
Yeah, I think I've gotten myself and Kree as prepared as we can be. I wasn't fully paying attention yesterday when the terms were negotiated. Are weapons allowed at this fight, or is it hand-to-hand only?
Weapons are allowed.
Great. Yorga begins storing her darts and her dagger and her short sword on her person, concealing the darts and the dagger. The short sword, it's a bit too difficult to conceal considering the clothing she's wearing.
Yeah.
Just Anchor motions to Yorga to lean in as he leans down.
Mm-hmm. Yorga leans in to Ankor.
None of that soul sucking thing, please. We want to make sure these guys can come back to life.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't going to. It's not like I'm not taking their souls.
Wait,
I'm
what
more
about
so.
sucking souls? You just hear Corey in the background.
The theater? You were there.
Oh wait,
You know that
well, I
thing
didn't
that I
see
can.
it in full. I saw her back.
You know that thing I
Okay,
can
then.
do where I can suck the life essence out of people in order to give myself strength?
Okay. Again,
Chris
I saw
has
your back. I did not know you could do a thing. You're creepy. I like you.
Thank you. I I it's a long story, but through some experiences in my upbringing, I know how to I know how to take the energy and what is left of the dead and harvest it for myself. I don't I don't know if that makes it impossible to revive them afterwards or not. I mean, I've never tried it before because I don't have the ability to revive people. So I guess now is not the time to try and find that out, but I can I guess I can quote unquote eat souls, but that's a very over exaggerated version of what I can do.
Kree's face is just it she just has this like what kind of look on her face, but she's not asking any questions. It's just definitely she has no idea what's going on, and at this point I don't think she wants to know. She's just gonna grab her things, grab her bag and grab her quarterstaff and just kind of like stand there ready to go, ready to follow everybody out as soon as they start moving.
Corey kind of looks at everyone. Well, is everyone ready to go?
I am.
I'll ever be.
I'm ready as long as Ankor's ready.
Kree nods.
Then let's go.
We got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. You hear Corey saying as he's now low-key freaking out as you all make your way out of the inn. It is mid sunrise. You see the sky gorgeous in its array of colors as the sun is slowly coming up, illuminating slowly, for lack of better poetry, slowly covering the stars and the moon with bright, warm colors as the day changes. As you see outside, Lo.
Yes,
this.
hello, my queen.
Wait, so the sun hasn't rised yet, but it's rising.
Yeah,
It's dawn.
yeah. As Lo looks at you all, I see you all rested well, I hope.
As well as I'll ever be able to.
Good. Because knowing Posos, this will be interesting to say the least. Come along. And she makes her way off to the epicenter of of the abodes, definitely curious on why and how the High Priestess would be escorting a band of foreigners into this center. You see a few people slowly coming out of their abodes, some children, some adults, all having this weird sense of intrigue, whether it be intrigue on you as people, you as outsiders, or even what's to come. The
Can I
closer.
just,
Hmm?
can I just kind of subtly wave at them, like saying just, "Hi, I don't mean to be a threat."
Are you saying that in Common or in Orcish?
I'm not saying it in any language at all. I'm just waving and smiling a little.
Okay. A few of them look at you, still a little bit timid. You see a few kids just like happily waving to the point to where their arms are going with them. Almost their entire bodies are moving along with their waving. As you continue to be led, eventually you see Posos standing at one of the far sides of the epicenter as Loch leads you to the other side, sort of facing him. There's about there's a there's about 25-ish feet of space in between all of you going straight. Lo kind of looks in between you two, well, you all for a moment as she makes her way to the center. The air is stiff. It's still, as almost as if on cue, you see a few of those same people that were curious, timid, intrigued by the sight of you all being led, slowly beginning to surround where you are, creating a barrier out of turning this fight of honor into a spectacle. Lo remains tall, standing in the middle as she calls out in Orcish, so some of you may not understand this. Everyone, I present to you a fight of redemption. We have my lost nephew, Ankor, the son of the former High Priestess Vogue, who some of you may have known and loved, but know that she was cast aside because of who she wished to wed. Against them and his allies, we have our High Chieftain, one of two notable pillars of tradition, of action, of law. We gather here to see, for better or for worse, the fight that could change tradition. If Ankor and his beloveds win against our chieftain, then the former High Priestess Vogue will be reinstated, and her husband given sanctuary with us. then unfortunately not only will Vogue remain without us, but her name and the name of those affiliated with her, including her son, shall be tarnished throughout the archipelago. As word shall spread through the other orc tribes, even those that we may struggle with. And you see, for a moment, you see Posos' hand raise a finger up. That's enough. No need. Why don't you get over here then?
Ankor.
What was
Never
that?
mind. Nothing.
Loch kind of looks at Posos wide-eyed as you see what was once a very proud figure loosening into one of panic as she looks at Posos. You can't be serious! Posos grins. We did say that if they had more than 3, that I would have more company. Did we not? Loch, you see Loch's jaw clench as she looks between you all, then back to Posos. Switching between all of you frequently. She sighs before she calls out, "Get me my staff!" as she walks towards Posos' side. When she is given her staff, you see, oh so subtly, a bit of a light emanating from her hand as it clamps onto her staff. The top of it sprouted with decorations of bark and bone. As you see Posos given a few hand axes as well, with a few more weapons on his back. As I need you to roll initiative.
Here we
Where's the
go.
honor in letting her decide if she wants to fight?
The
21.
honor of Grace go.
Did you get that, Ty?
Yeah. Okay, so Yorgia, we got 21.
22 for Siobhan.
22 for Siobhan.
16
has
for
15.
Ankor.
Okay. Cree had 15. Ankor is 16. Corey had an 11. What do you got, Angus?
Sorry, I didn't realize I was still muted. 22.
Oh, okay. Siobhan and Angus, what are your dexterities?
I got a +3.
I also have a +3.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
What's your walking speed?
Let's cry.
Rock, paper, scissors for it.
Yeah, do a quick rock, paper, scissors for it.
Well,
Or
hang
we
on.
could-
We don't have any
we could
visuals
roll
for
these.
that.
We could roll these rocks that we have called dice and let them decide who gets it.
Let's just roll a d20 and whoever gets the higher number goes first. Fair.
Go for
There
it.
you go. Sounds good.
Okay.
You both roll the same number.
Roll a d20. Okay, I got a 17. What you got?
14.
Okay.
Okay, so still needs to do certain someones. Okay, so then. Okay, so order. So. Do. And then Cree. Oh, wait. All right, so top of the round is Angus. What you doing, buddy?
Well, let me see something. Okay, cool. That's just to do that. Okay, so first of all, I am going to spend how many sorcery points is it again? Hang on, we're going hard, everybody.
Oh snap!
Oh, buddy.
Oh, boy.
Twin spell, one for a okay. I'm gonna spend 3 sorcery points.
Oh snap! What are you doing?
And are they all grouped up together?
What was that?
Are they all grouped up together? Do I need D20 roll 20 open? Because I don't have roll 20 open. I'm just now realizing.
No, I kind of derped and didn't even have Roll20 set up for this. I'm just having this be like a mind's eye kind of thing.
Oh no, this is going to end horribly for me.
Okay, so question.
Yes.
Are they all grouped up then?
Yes, it is just Loch and Posos, and they are side by side.
All right, I'm going to say
Oh.
to the group, don't show
Wait,
mercy.
are we having to fight Law?
Yes, you are having to fight Loch.
Yeah, that
No,
wasn't
I
very
like
clear.
her. Oh.
Yeah.
It was kind of clear, but it wasn't super clear. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
That's what we're doing.
Siobhan leans into Ankor. I never do.
Okay, and then I'm going to spend 2 more sorcery points so that I can twin spell and quicken haste on Ankor and Yorga. So,
Nice.
so that is my bonus action. So I still have an action.
Oh.
So in case you guys need reminders, until the spell ends, the target speed is doubled. It gains a +2 bonus to AC. It has advantage on dexterity saving throws, and it gains an additional action on each of its turns.
Okay.
So that's fun. And I'm then going to just go ahead and use my actual action to go ahead and throw a 3rd level fireball over there.
Hell
is, there,
yeah.
is there anyone specific you're hitting with that?
Just all of them.
Okay.
I think it's just the 2 of them.
Yeah, it is just the 2 of them.
Sounds
So
good.
both.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Loch got an 18.
Excellent.
And Posos got an 11.
Okay. So both fail.
Hmm.
Wow. What is the save on that?
Wait, hang.
Fails?
Oh shit! 18. I misheard that as a 15. No. The
Okay.
18 passes. The 18 takes half damage.
Okay,
Sorry.
thank God.
Holy crap, I was
About to say, for a level 6 sorcerer, what flippin' save do you have on there?
Yeah. Anyways, it's just a 15 dex save.
Okay.
Okay. So rolling damage. So for the one that didn't save, that's 34 points of damage.
What the
Noise.
fuck? This is why you need an Angus in your party.
This is why you need an Angus in your party. And
But
Mhm.
we can all just sit back and eat popcorn and watch the show, as far as I'm concerned.
And then,
Wait,
then the
by the
one.
way, Ty,
Yes.
before we get to enemy attacks, who is around me, like 5 feet close to me?
So you have. Give me just a quick sec to.
Well, that could change after your turn,
Yeah.
depending on if you want to move or if anybody else moves. So
No,
you
it's
might want to
more-
wait to.
It's more important for when the enemies are around because I can use my shield as a reaction action to make the attackers roll at disadvantage to hit.
Yeah. So I just did a little sketchy sketch on who is where, putting it in the which will also show the crude map a little bit later.
So, to clarify here, 34 damage on the one that failed, and the one that succeeded got 17 points of damage.
Okay, awesome. Good to know.
And I believe that's all Fireball does, but I will double check just to be certain. The fire spreads around corners and ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried. That's
Okay.
it.
That's it.
Yeah, so that's my turn. And before everybody goes, "Wow, Angus is so broken," that was pretty much everything I had.
Oh no.
I have
It's okay, we got you.
I have 1 sorcery point left and 1 third level spell slot left. I went in hard on the get go. I get to
Wow.
go first. Don't touch me.
Angus?
No touch the Angus.
Angus? Thank you.
Yeah, just don't forget you're hasted, buddy.
So next one is going to be Siobhan,
Cool. Well,
which also Yorgia, you are on deck.
Mm-hmm.
not wanting to be outdone. I mean, Siobhan kind of watched Angus's whole spectacle with like open mouthed, with adoration, and also kind of just a twinge of jealousy, just a twinge. So she decides to cast a spiritual weapon.
Ooh.
I've got magic. I might as well use it because I haven't used a single spell at all this entire campaign. So yeah.
Right. May as well.
Right. So spiritual weapon appears as a weapon of my choice. I mean, for now, since the first time using it, I've just a big old sword.
Big old sword.
Big old sword. So this pretty rainbowy, like ethereal, what I'm imagining in my head, sword just kind of like poofs into existence.
All right. Are you planning to make it hit Posos or Loch?
Let's go Posos because I really don't want to have to hit Loch.
All right, roll to hit.
Cool. Here we go.
Oh wait, no. Well, yeah, you rolled a hit and then.
Yeah.
Is it a roll to hit? Because on. Oh yeah, it is a roll to hit.
Yeah, because it's still technically a melee attack.
Right. Correct. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Oh boy, give me some go. No.
What'd you get?
Well, it's not a nat 1.
Oh no.
I got a 5.
Yeah, that misses, unfortunately, as Posos just dives out of the way, managing to miss the sword.
Damn it. Well, it says I can keep the sword up for going for a little bit longer, so.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Okay.
Sweet.
Is that all you're doing? You still
Action.
have your movement.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I want to get closer to him.
Okay, because there's only 25 feet in between all of you, and the area is about 7 squares by 8 squares, so about 35 by 40 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I want to move closer to him.
Okay. So, are you wanting to get right in Posos's face?
Not right in his face because I don't know what he's gonna do, but I want to flank him. Yes, I want to flank him.
You can't quite flank him. He and Loch are both at the edge.
Right. Okay, cool. I don't want to get in his face, but I want to get in his area.
Okay.
I would like to get up, not quite up in his grill, but almost in his grill.
Okay, so I can make you go forward. I can make you go forward for the most part, and then have one little spot to where you're diagonal to Posos. That sound good?
Perfect.
All right. Yorgia.
So, Yorgia, she gets closer to she approaches about 10 feet forward.
Okay.
And as my action, I am going to I want to use Hour of Reaping on them. The thing is that I'm not entirely sure what I would roll to see if I succeed on that. The thing is that they need to succeed on a Wisdom saving throw in order
Right.
to not deal with the effects. So would I roll?
Because with our reaping, with a spell like that, technically you don't have to roll for anything, so I would just have to roll.
All right, so then both of them, as I approach, so now that I'm within 30 feet of them, I am about 25 feet away from them at this point now. They both need to give me a Wisdom saving throw.
All right. Give me a quick moment. All right, so Jorgia. So Loch got a 10.
That fails.
And Posos got a 16.
He succeeds. So Loch, until my next turn, is going to be frightened of me, which essentially means that she will be too afraid to approach me.
Ho ho ho.
And as my bonus action, I would like to use an unarmed strike on Loch.
Well, that requires you.
I'm hastened, so I can approach her, and
Okay.
it'll be no issue.
Yeah, I forgot about the hasten. So yeah,
Yep.
with the unarmed strikes, roll to hit.
Yeah, so I rush her, and I rolled an I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bugger.
Oh no.
Yeah, so even with Loch being scared crapples of you at this point, it helps her to where she's able to dodge the flip out of the way, and she creates a 5-foot gap between the two of you. As Posos now,
Well, which is also good because we're separating them.
yeah, which Posos is not happy as he looks at you, Siobhan.
Yeah, I figured since I kind of sort of tried to hit him with a magic sword.
As he is going to go into a rage.
Cool.
Oh, good.
Orc barbarian. Who
Fantastic.
could have ever foreseen this?
I know, right?
They're so rare.
And he is going to, let's see, what's a good one?
I'm surprised he didn't
You know,
do it after
he
the giant
is
fireball.
right. He is going to take a swing at you with his great axe.
Fantastic.
Wait, where is Siobhan?
Siobhan
pretty
is
sure now.
right diagonal from Posos.
Wasn't that Yorga?
No, Jorga is near Loch.
I'm 5 feet away from Loch, and Siobhan is by Posos. I'm not sure what
Yes.
the distance is.
Okay, I zoned
It's
out.
okay. I can take it, I think. Yeah, I can take it.
Does an 18 hit?
Probably. Hang on. Haha! No, you miss.
Oh, okay. So he goes to take a swing at you. You manage to duck right out of the way, out of range from the blade of the axe. All right.
Hell
As
yeah.
Ankor, it is now your turn. Cree, you are on deck.
Oh, can
All
I
right.
take a sorry, Ankor? Can I take a free action to like taunt him with the sword after I dodge him?
Why not? Why not?
Hooray! Okay, sorry, Ankor.
Ankor, what you doing?
All right, I am going to use spiritual weapon as well and make a javelin.
Nice.
Ooh.
And I am
Or
aiming it right at our little barbarian orc. And I'm not saying that because I forgot his name.
roll to hit.
Yeah, Ankor, hit Posos.
Get him. Rah,
I
rah,
got a
rah.
16.
Roll for damage.
All right, let me grab my D8.
Don't forget you're hasted, by the way. Cough, cough, cough.
Yeah, that does 6 damage.
6 points of damage? Okay.
And I am aiming for the chest area.
Yeah, so the javelin goes right for his chest. You see the point get not really that far in, but it's still Posos still does not like it as he goes to grab it and just yanks it out. He looks at you for a moment, Ankor, for grinning a little bit. Now this is what I like to see.
I'm beginning to think that wasn't a good idea, but I'm gonna roll with it.
Roll with it. Kree.
Whoa. I still have my haste and stuff.
Yes, you still have your haste.
Yeah, I am going to run up to him with my... Can I hit him with my longsword? Like, run up to him and hit him with my longsword.
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna roll to hit.
Roll me to hit.
That is a 19.
That hits. Roll for damage.
And he rolled an 8 out of 8 plus 3, which makes it an 11.
Nice. Okay. You get a good swing at him, kind of going diagonal. He leans back a little bit, not really liking the pain. He's looking a little not nice, but he's definitely holding on. He looks at you for a moment before you see this almost kind of sinister grin and creeping up on his lips. Oh yeah, now this is what I wanted to see. Got anything else?
No, not to my knowledge.
Alrighty, Kree.
Alright. So Kree is kind of panicking just a little bit. But she's holding in there. She's only shaking a little. But she's gonna start by using a bonus action to give Ankor a bardic inspiration. That's a extra D8.
Nice.
Sweet.
So that's 1d8 that you get to use wherever you want.
Many thanks.
All right. And next, she's going, for her action, Kree is going to cast blindness on Posos.
Ooh, okay. Remind me what the
Yes.
range is on blindness.
30 feet.
Yeah, unfortunately, he is actually just out of range of that, so that's not going to work.
Cool. So she's going to just move into range because she's got 30 feet of movement. So she's going to move just into range.
Okay.
So once she's
Okay.
in range, she's going to cast blindness on him to make a constitution saving.
Alrighty. So that means you only really have to move a little bit to the left before you are in range. That is a 17.
Frick. All right. Well, that doesn't work. It fails. He made the save.
All right. Is that all you doing?
She tried. Let's see. That was my action and bonus action. So movement. Yeah, so that's all Kree's got for now.
All right, so Corey, kind of seeing what you tried to do, is going to kind of move, go a little bit in front of you, Kree, so that he is also in range. And he's going to focus on Posos and is going to attempt to cast Dissonant Whispers. So we shall see how that fares, because Posos has to roll a wisdom saving throw, which he succeeded on with a 16. So unfortunately, so with that he takes half damage. So where's my d6? There we go. Which means that Posos only takes 4 points of damage. As now, unfortunately, that is the end of Corey's movement, as now Loch is going to get the flip away from Yorgia, and she is going to go over to you, Ankor, as she will go into a rage. And she takes her staff and goes to get a swipe at you. Which is quarter stat, which is a 22.
That hits.
All right. So that means that you take 10 points damage as she whacks you.
Oh crap.
Ow!
Sorry, this is how it's supposed to be. As we go back to the top of the round, Angus, what you doing, buddy?
Stuff. Maybe even things.
Really? Like what things?
Magic things, most likely. Given my track record. Alright. Alright, well. So what we're gonna do here is... You see, what we're gonna do here is... Alright. So, big guy, general consensus seems to be standing up just fine right now. We haven't really knocked much out of him, have we?
I mean, so far, he's definitely looking worse than Loch, because you guys don't want to hurt Loch. But
He's a little
yeah,
singed.
he's a little singed, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got him pretty good before, but he's still standing.
Does he seem in good health at the moment? Comparatively, you know what I mean?
Right. He's definitely not. He's not looking the best. He would definitely fight more if he had to, which he definitely has to. But yeah, he does not look that good right now.
Okay, but Loch is basically... Is Loch is like right next to me, isn't she?
Loch is... Well,
Right next to
remind
me.
me how much you moved before, because I don't remember
I
you.
did not.
Yeah, so you didn't move, and so Loch is... Well, she recently kind of moved to get Ankor. So if you look at the little thing that I sent from where you are, she is 6. She is about 30 feet forward, and then another 30 feet right.
Okay, cool.
Wait, didn't
Then-
Loka move away from the general guy?
She did originally, but then when it was her turn, because she originally moved to get away from Yorgia, she now went back to attack you.
Ah, okay.
Alright. Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my staff, twist it in my hands a little bit, mumble to myself, and I am going to point it at Loch, and I'm going to go, I am very sorry about this. I wouldn't do this if I didn't have to. And I'm going to cast a 3rd level Witch Bolt.
Oh shit! Damn.
And that is my last 3rd level spell slot.
Oh man. If I remember right, you
I roll
you need
for
a
it.
yes.
21 to hit.
That hits.
I have a +7 to hit.
Dang.
Woo!
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh, well, technically, I also have a +7. I just don't ever use attacking
Okay, so that's
spells.
3d12 damage. Okay, so that is 21 points of damage.
Okay.
And so that is 21 points of lightning damage. And
Yep.
on a hit, the target takes what blah 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 lightning damage, and on each of turns for the duration, I can use my action to deal additional lightning damage, the same exact amount, to the target automatically. The spell ends if I use my action to do anything else. The spell also ends if the target is ever outside the spell's range, or if it has total cover from you. So I'm going to now get closer, like right up on her, so that she cannot get back out of range.
Okay.
Which is a risky move for me, I will admit. Considering if she
Very
looks at me, I will die.
squishy. You squishy.
Squishy boy.
Well, but in order to try to help out with that a little bit, I am going to use my bonus action to use my Holy Fairy Blood feat, which just means I basically haste myself.
Nice.
Nice.
So I bump up my AC by 2, amongst other things.
Nice. All right. Siobhan, you're on deck.
Cool. Okay. Boy, oh boy. So post-it note. Sorry, Postus. Is
Post-it note.
That's the only way I can remember his name. It sounds like post-it note. Anyway, yeah, he's looking pretty hurt. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he could definitely still fight, but he does not look good.
Cool. I still want to get some mileage out of this spell, so I'm gonna swipe at him with my spiritual sword.
Right, roll a hit.
Yeah. Does a 17 hit?
That does hit. Roll for damage.
Finally. Let me look at the damage real quick. Okay, hang on. Six.
6 points of damage? Okay.
Yep.
So you go to get him a good whap. You get him pretty decent. You see a gash from his shoulder down right towards his solar plexus. It doesn't look too deep. It's bleeding a little bit, but it's not too bad, but at least on its own. Seeing the culmination of other wounds that are on him, though, Ooh, he's not looking good.
Cool. Yeah, Siobhan is more happy about hitting him than hitting Loch.
Is that all you got?
I think that's it.
All right, Georgia.
Yogya. So let me think about what order I want to do this in.
Oh no.
So it is the start of my next turn, which means that Hour of Reaping is no longer effective on Loch.
Okay.
But there's no limit to the amount of times I can do it. Therefore,
You're gonna do it again.
I'm gonna do it again on both of them if they are within 30 feet of me at the moment.
They are, in fact. So,
roll away.
that what is it? Constitution, yeah.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. So, okay, that is a 15 for Loch.
Loch has learned her lesson that the blue-haired lady is not scary.
And Posos rolled a 17.
And Posos is not afraid of me either. But I do have a bonus action due to being hastened. Therefore, I'm going to rush Loch, because it seems that Posos is well taken care of at the moment.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit her with my short sword.
Okay, roll to hit.
Does a 18 hit?
It does. Roll for damage.
Okay. That is 5 points of damage. And I would also like to where is it? I would also like
Oh,
to...
wait, no, because she is in a rage. Is that what kind of damage is that?
This is it's a short sword, so that's like bludgeoning damage or something.
Okay,
Slashing, I
because
think.
Piercing damage. It would do piercing
yeah,
damage.
because with her being in a rage, she does have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. So that 4 points of damage is half to 2.
Okay. And I would also like to spend a key point and use Stunning Strike on her, which means that she needs to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Dirty 20.
That yeah, she's good. But I also have and one last thing, I have a bonus action and I would like to do an unarmed
Unarmed
I would like to
strike?
do an unarmed strike on her.
Okay, roll to hit.
It doesn't 10 hit.
A 10 does not hit. As she kind of sidesteps out of the way. Posos, seeing this, not a happy camper. Unfortunately, he can't really move right now, so he is going to go for you, Siobhan. And
Great.
he is going to go at you again with his great axe.
I am going to use my shield.
Your shield is already part of your like armor class.
No, I mean I'm going to use my shield since I'm next to her.
Oh,
Like the shield ability.
well, do you have the shield ability?
I do. I'm pretty sure I do. Protection. While wielding a shield and the creature you can see attacks the target other than you within 5 feet, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Oh ho! Smart, smart, smart. Okay. So that was cocked. So the first one that he rolled was a 15, and the second one he rolled was a 1.
Oh, well, both missed me anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
So yeah, he goes for the great axe, holding it straight up in the air, trying to get you. And Ankor you manage to, like, using your shield as well, like, kind of get in the way, and you stop his axe and just toing, and the momentum like forces his arms back as he tries to get his axe back to his axe and his arms back to his side. With that, then, Ankor, it is also your turn now. Kree, you're on deck.
Reminder from the bard, you have a 1d8 you can use in whatever roll you want.
Yes.
Including the damage?
Yep. You can use it in a I can even pull it up. Hold on. Yep, as a bonus action, a creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving roll. Or no, never mind, not damage. My bad. But attack roll, ability roll, or saving.
Alright, let's see. What should I do? Well, I already used one of my actions to protect Siobhan.
Well, that was a.
Doesn't
that categorize as a reaction?
Yeah, you read it as a reaction. That's a different.
A reaction
still have an action.
doesn't count for actions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Apologies, I'm new.
You're good.
Alright.
Your name was Austin.
It is. But my name is also new.
Whoa.
Alright, so I am going to use my longsword again. And think add the D8 to it, maybe. No, I'm not adding the D8 to it. That is a 20. That's a 25 to hit.
Woo! That hits. Roll for damage.
All right, so I'm swinging at the big guy.
Yep.
Oof, that is a 5.
Which, because of his rage, is reduced to 2, if I remember how the halving goes. No, 5 or more, so we'll say 3 points.
All right.
Yeah, he did not like that. You got anything else up your sleeve?
Well, let's see. I am going to cast Sanctuary on Angus.
Sanctuary is a bonus action, yeah?
It is.
Okay, good. So
And
outside of that, you got anything else?
And the two have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Right, because they're close to Angus. Okay. That is a 12 for Posos.
He fails.
And a 5 for Lo.
She definitely fails.
So yeah, so they don't have any kind of attack of opportunity or anything for the time being.
And also, looking at my actions, it looks like I have 2 attacks per action. So I think I'm going to go for my longsword again at the big guy.
Okay, roll to hit.
Yeah, I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration because I rolled a 2 plus 6, which is 8.
Okay.
Plus 5, which is 12.
Wait, no. 8 plus 5 is 13.
13, my bad.
It still misses.
Darn. Okay, that ends my turn.
All right, Kree, what you got?
All right. So I think what okay. Who's taken damage on our side so far? Has anybody? I think there was at least a hit or two.
I have.
All right. So okay. So
Does emotionally count?
okay. So here's what Kree's gonna do. Okay. She okay, so she goes to like kind of like grab at her hair, but she kind of remembers it was put into a braid. So okay, so she's behind Corey, so nobody's looking at her right now. She kind of like bends down and kind of like grabs a bit of hair from her tail, really like hoping like nobody sees her do this, right?
Corey kind of sees you doing something from his peripheral. Wait, what are you doing?
All right. So, she's not going to answer. What she's going to do is I was looking at the little thing you sent, but I think she's going to run up to like right behind Ankor,
Okay. So
and she's going to cast enhance ability on him.
Ooh, okay.
And while I was thinking about using bull strength, there really hasn't been any strength checks. The spell kind of sucks, but she's going to use Bear's Endurance, which will give the target advantage on Constitution checks, and it also gains 2d6 temporary hit points. So Ankor
Yeah, so-
gains. Sorry, one was cocked. Ankor gains 5 extra temporary hit points.
Nice.
All right, and I added those under temp.
Good. Is that all you got?
And then, how far away was Kree? Was she the full 30 away, or?
Yeah, considering you had to get around Corey, you did have to use your full 30.
Okay, so in that case, she's going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Angus.
Aw.
Yep, and he is within range, so you are good. All right, is that all you got?
Yep, that'll be it. Yeah,
All
and
right.
the stuff she grabbed from her tail is used up the spell.
Okay.
Let's see if Corey notices that. That'll be an interesting thing to try and explain.
So, Corey is now going to
She has a skin condition.
move up a bit to where he is now in between you, Angus, and Yorgia. So he is also right near Lo.
Can we get an updated drawing of where everything runs? Oh, you changed it already. Never mind, post canceled.
You're okay. And he is going to cast Shatter at 3rd level.
Is that a good idea when we're all grouped together? Doesn't that spell have a range, not a target?
Oh, it does have.
It
Yeah.
is most definitely
about-
an area of effect spell.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, please do not hurt the
He is
kitty's
not.
ears.
He is normally a ballsy boyo, but we can retract that.
It's about to say.
He would hit
Like
Angus,
that-
and Angus would die.
Right. He
That would
has
hit,
a
like,
lot.
everyone.
He has a lot of like AoE spells.
I mean, that's mostly what bard spells are, area of effect.
Yeah.
He's not playing an attack bard right now.
Corey is very much an attack bard, but
We gotta have at least one.
okay. Instead of Shatter, he will that he will cast Crown of Madness on Loch, and so she needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, which she succeeds just barely.
What was the enemies making the wisdom saving throws?
That don't ask. I dice random.
What did
I
you
don't
make their
know.
stats?
You're not allowed to ask the DM those types of questions, Austin.
What's the modifier here?
Okay, so for the record, I rolled a 13. Loch has a wisdom modifier of 3. The saving throw for Crown of Madness is a wisdom saving throw of 15. She passed by just 1 point.
Okay.
Dodged a bullet there.
Right?
I was actually kidding when I asked that question, by the way.
But yeah, that's all that he can really do. Oh no, as a bonus action, he is going to give Bardic Inspiration to Siobhan.
All right, cool.
Yeah, she
And-
needs some love in her life.
And now it is Loch's turn, as she, now since she is no longer afraid of you, Yorga, she is going to go for you.
No, she doesn't.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Let's see here. This is with her.
Oh, okay. And then just fly.
This is with her quarterstaff. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
Who are you asking?
Yorgia.
Wait, what is she hitting me with?
Quarterstaff.
Oh, that would be bludgeoning damage, right?
That will be bludgeoning, yes.
Okay, just clarifying.
But does that hit?
Oh, it does hit.
Okay.
It hit me good.
And that is 10 points of damage.
Oh, that's nothing. Okay. Is that it? Is she done?
Actually, oh wait, because of her rage, I keep forgetting this. +2 melee damage with strength weapons. So yeah, so that's 12 points.
Oh. Fine.
Okay.
Okay.
And she unfortunately cannot really. You know what? She is actually going to try and leap over Posos to create some distance between her and this wonderful little barricade that Angus, Corey, and Yorgia have created.
Excuse me, she's going to do what? Over a
She's
6'10" who?
She's going to try to jump over Posos so that she can get out of this little corner that has been created.
If she
Who
tries
can
to leave,
I don't care how
anyone's-
tall Loke is. I don't care how tall Loke is. How the heck is she going to clear a 6'10" jump?
Yeah, how is she going to do that? Tell me, please. Tell me. How is her acrobatics
Like,
going to do
no.
that?
She's
Was
gonna
she,
roll a
was
1
she an
and kick him in
acrobat in
the
a
head.
past life? What is going on?
I mean, you'll see what happens.
Now,
Oh my
I would
gosh.
like to also point out that if she leaves anybody's, or if she, for every person whom she leaves range of, they get an attack of opportunity. So if she leaves the range of Ankor, Yorga, and Angus, all three of us get an attack of opportunity.
Shit, yeah, that's fair. She is not liking this, you guys.
It's not that she knows that though.
Yeah.
I mean, well, okay. The idea is, in game, the rules are. I hate being the rules lawyer. I hate being the rules lawyer. Fuck.
No, that's
When did I
fine.
become
No,
the
you're
rules lawyer?
fine. This is beautiful, though.
It would 100% provoke attacks of opportunity.
It would,
Yeah, it
but
would.
the other thing
Right.
is,
Unless she
I mean-
disengaged.
unless she uses her action to disengage, because she is not a rogue, unless she for some reason has some other way to use it as a bonus action or whatever the hell.
She
Which
does
is
not.
Fair. But if she uses the disengage action, that's a whole another story. But
Mhm.
she does get half movement if she tries to pass through anybody, and also she might not technically know the mechanics of the game, but she would know that if she turns her back on her enemy, then they would probably smack her in the back if she's moving.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, she's just not liking the. You know what? With that, as a bonus action, because she is not a happy camper, instead, because I forgot that she has these, she is going to cast Spiritual Weapon right behind you, Angus.
She can't.
True.
Then
No,
why'd you try to do it?
No, I'm pretty sure I was. I have a feeling that Asa's just being like, no, she can't.
I think
No, she cannot. She cannot. I have cast Sanctuary on him.
Oh, true, but that requires, like, if she wants to try to attack again, doesn't she have to roll another saving throw for that?
Let's see.
Meanwhile, in the abomination
Spell ends. Any
chamber,
creatures who target the wounded creature attack or harmful spell must first. All right, yeah, she has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, so Witch Bolt is a beautifully horrible spell. So you said,
so I used my action
yeah.
to cast the witch bolt damage, and I
Mm-hmm.
rolled 25 points of damage.
Okay.
And how's looking doing?
Loch is
now?
not looking good at all.
Well, since I am hasted, the good news for Loch is I get to do that again. Let me roll my damage. I wouldn't say you're gonna like it, but it is 22 points of damage.
You get her so bad, so good with that last shot. You get her well past the point of unconsciousness as with that final flash you see the energy coursing through her, burning parts of her staff as her body stiffens for a moment, unnaturally so, before she collapses onto the ground in front of you.
Okay, can I now do something as a free action?
You may.
Cool. Angus now collapses to his knees, profusely apologizing, and is crying uncontrollably. There we go, everybody.
It's crying
Can I
free
just-
action.
Siobhan, you're on deck. Siobhan, do not forget that you have bardic inspiration from Corey.
Right. Cool. Well, that was something terrible to witness. Great. But Post Malone is going down.
I hate
Ow, my stomach! Ow! Okay.
Worth it.
Roll a hit on me! Roll a hit on me,
Post Malone!
Oh!
God, all I can see is like Post Malone, but he's an orc, so I definitely want to punch him in the face. He is a sad boy.
Orc Malone!
He is very much a sad boy. All right, roll it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna hit him with the. I'm going after him with the spiritual
Spiritual
sword. Okay,
weapon?
here we go. Yes, spiritual weapon. Here we go. After all that, if I don't get something, I swear to God. Dirty 20.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Woo, okay. Okay. There it is.
And because it is a spiritual weapon and not a proper sword, I do not believe that his rage makes him resistant.
That is 11. 11 damage.
Okay. Yeah, he is not looking good. He's really not looking good. As soon as your spiritual weapon gets him, he he struggles to hold himself up, kind of yowling for a moment as he goes down on one leg, holding his sword for dear life, kind of ramming the blade into the ground to try and give him some support. Sorry, he doesn't have a sword. He has his axe, which he kind of slams to give himself support. I just left the thought of swords. As he looks at you, definitely not happy that he's hurt. You see a lot of mixed emotions on this dude's face, especially with all, as you notice closely, just how many scars he has. Anything else you got?
Siobhan looks up at him and is like, you both have fought with extreme honor, but I think you must see that the battle is ours. Let's be done.
Postos grins for a moment. You talk good, but you don't know how things are done here. We fight until we can't fight any longer.
It's not over till it's over.
All right, suit yourself, Pop Secret. Next.
Yorgia?
Yorgia draws her short sword once more and goes straight for the abdomen in a little stabby stab situation there. Does a 24 hit?
That does hit.
Okay, great. And then I have a bonus action. I'm gonna stab him again.
Okay, well, what was the damage?
Oh, I was gonna roll it all at the end, but I can roll that now. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And then as my hasten action, I'm gonna stab him again.
Okay.
Which does an 11 hit?
Probably
Not. Okay, and then I got a bonus action, and I'm going to punch him in the face with an unarmed strike.
Roll to hit.
Does a 16 hit?
It does hit.
Okay, and then 4 points of damage there.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it. Wait, hold up. I'm going to spend a key point again, and I'm going to go for another motherfucking stunning strike.
Roll to hit.
Oh no, that's a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
that's an action.
Okay.
Not an action. That's a monk skill.
Okay. You said Constitution, yes?
Correct.
Oh, sweet. That's a natural 20.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Oh.
Was
that all? Was that all? Okay.
One day I'll give you a stunning strike.
He is on his last leg, but he does not like you, blue hair girl. He is going to get up because he still has a little bit of his rage left.
Yorgia smiles at him.
He is going to use his great axe again and really try to just make it careen towards you.
Is Yorga next to me?
Yorga is.
Then you know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. But regardless, I want to say this. It's a 26 hit.
Very much so.
But with the shield. But from your little thing, Anchor, actually remind me how that goes. Because my mind's chirping right now from anticipation.
Roll at disadvantage.
Roll at disadvantage. So the 26 goes down to a 20.
Yep. I still get the ouchies.
You still very much get the ouchies.
Sorry.
It's not your fault.
The 12. Whew! 17 points of damage.
Ouchie.
Big ouchie.
But I'm still fine.
As
Damn it, if that stunning strike would have worked.
now, as an aggressive action, he is going to instead. Well, actually, no, that's not a good idea. He's too in a rage right now to think that tactfully. So now, Anchor, it is your go.
Alright, I'm going to use my last second level spell slot to cast Spiritual Weapon again.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Oof, nat 1.
Oh. Yeah, so unfortunately, you poof this wonderful javelin into existence again. You go to have it careen and go forward to Posos. Even with him on his last leg, he manages to see it just in time and kind of dodge rolls out of the way. And yeah, he does not get hit. Is there anything else that you can do? Any bonus actions?
That was my bonus action.
Okay, well, what's your normal action?
And then your haste in action. Because you have 2 whole actions left.
Yep.
So I have 2 actions plus the hasten action.
Well, no, you have
No,
1 action, then your
one normal
haste in
action, and then your haste.
So I have 2 attack actions because it says attacks per
Yes.
action 2. And then
Yes.
what does that mean for me when I have a hastened action?
Oh, so a hasten action just gives you 1 extra action. So you can do.
So that means I have 2 more
If it says
attacks?
attack, 2 more normal actions. Since that was a bonus action, you still have all of your normal actions.
So if I have a hastened action and it says I have 2 attacks per action, does the hastened action mean 2 more attacks?
Hastened would mean 1 more, if I remember correctly.
One more action or 1 more attack?
1 more action, which your action can be used for an attack or a spell, whatever.
And he gets 2 attacks per action, which means that if he uses both of his actions for attacks, he gets 4 total attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Derp. Sorry. Okay.
Don't worry, I can translate.
Yes, thank you.
You're
So I am going to try and sling my longsword 4 times at him, or until he collapses.
Okay, roll me to hit.
All right, I'm going to do the first one.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit?
That does hit.
All right, and that is 10 points of damage.
Tell me how it ends.
All right, so let's see. Well, I don't want to kill him. I just want to knock him out.
Do you just want to go like, I don't know, taking the pommel off of your sword and just bonking it?
Yeah, this Just like, I want to say something along the lines of, you have fought well, but as you can see, I have to win. And then just bonk him.
Bap.
Yeah, just bap with the with your sword, and you see him for a moment, a look of surprise on his face for a moment as you get that final strike. He is looking deep into your eyes, deep into your soul, Anchor, for a moment before you see them roll up for a moment, and his body leaves to the side before he just collapses. As very quickly you see from the audience outside, you see two clerics that are very quickly tending to Posos and Lo as they are given enough health points to be not dead.
Return to consciousness.
Yeah, return to consciousness. That's a good way to put it.
Ankor is going to back off and let them do their work. And also thank them for doing it.
I was doing the math, and each round, which is like from one line group, all of us go once, is about 6 seconds according to the D&D handbook. So if I did my math correctly, that means this whole encounter lasted under a minute. So good work, guys.
Dang.
I mean, I had
That
to keep track anyway because haste only lasts for 1 minute anyway. So
Yeah, we're all three gonna not feel so great, by the way.
what? Oh, why am I gonna have it? Oh,
Well, when the spell ends, the target can't move or take actions until after its next turn, as a wave of lethargy sweeps over it.
So I'm sleepy now.
So does Angus warn them about this?
Angus is too busy still crying.
As Angus, you do notice that a cleric has hastily gone over to Lo and has done some nice little magic, and Lo is coming to. She's still not looking that great, but she's coming to.
Still inconsolable. Not even looking at Loch, just crying, apologizing, and just staring off into space.
You've killed a man before.
Yeah. He
Not
should have.
but
a
that man was not
person that he
friendly.
liked.
Yeah, that's the problem. Totally.
What are the rest of you all doing as you see Posos and Loch being tended to, as there is a still air around you for a moment before just all of a sudden the people that were spectating just rouse and cheer?
Okay,
Oh boy.
so I want to say that like Bree, as soon as like the battle ended, like she was just kind of like standing and just shaking. And the second like the crowd like starts to cheer, she like flinches because she just not in a great headspace right now.
Oh.
Georgia is like soaking it all in, but the second the hasten wears off, she like a wave of tiredness runs over her, and she like collapses to her knees, but she's still trying to like hold her head high because she's like definitely getting her ego stroked right now.
Ankor is going to collapse his hands to his knees. Like, he's still standing, but he's on his hands are on his knees, and he just weakly holds up a fist in victory.
Corey is feeling a little off as well as he kind of pulls his short sword off from his side, still with the scabbard on, kind of not so kindly using it as a bit of support as he goes over to you, Kree, to give a soft hand onto your shoulder.
Like she kind of like again she flinches just a little bit at the hand because she just wasn't expecting it, And once she sees it's Corey, she kind of like calms down a bit. Like her shaking, like she's still shaking a bit, but it's definitely subsided a little. She just kind of like she kind of like leans toward him just a little bit.
As he kind of moves his hand a little bit so that he kind of more properly has an arm around your shoulders, trying to hold you close and kind of cheer you up. How's everyone
She
else
just-
feeling, Siobhan?
Siobhan just crosses her arms on her chest and like spits on the ground, but like all tough and shit. And looks over at Ankor and smiles.
Ankor smiles back.
Yeah.
Finally, you guys.
I also want to say that Ankor is tearing up from happiness that his family is going to be able to stay.
Aww.
While this is all going on, suddenly you hear the cheering begin to calm down as from the corner of your eyes, all of you see Posos and Loch slowly coming to their feet, standing. Loch is definitely not happy. She is glaring daggers at Posos really bad, and Posos is either not noticing or not caring as he looks at all of you for a moment. So, yeah, normally fighting is actually part of our tradition. We normally try to settle things by the sword, but with Loch's influence as the High Priestess, there have been a few changes in our enforcement. So, this was more so a bet, as you see him rummaging through a pocket as his side, and you see him pull out a small little bag as he begrudgingly holds it out to Loke's hand before he drops it. You know how clerics are. Well, frankly, you
Ankor
know
is
how
just trying to keep
oracles
himself
are.
from laughing.
Loke smiles. He is right with saying that this is part of tradition, and frankly, it's definitely not the most moral to do things as we have. However, I have seen quite a few things for all of you, and we hoped that at least this fight tradition, however you would like to see it primarily, as a test to see if you're ready to see what's beyond. Because there's going to be far more in store if you cannot keep connected.
Ankor looks
concerned.
Ankor looks at everyone in his party and smiles and thinking, "Yeah, I think we're ready."
I'd like
Good.
to make it very clear that Kree is still shaking. She was shaken up for several reasons.
And
She's
Corey is
kind
still
of
trying to
like-
comfort her.
Yeah.
Ankor holds
Yeah.
out a hand offering Kree comfort if she wants to come over to receive it.
Youngya
She-
is not on the same page as everyone else with this whole, like, yeah, we're ready, we can do this. She's like, you can see on her face, you don't even need to roll insight. She's like, what the fuck? No, this is not happening.
Lo looks very quickly at you, Yorgia. This is a time of growth for all of you. For all of us. Our culture is not the only one that needs to see the world around us for what it really is. That's why now that you have won this test, not only will you have affiliation with the White Prize, not only will my sister and her husband be allowed to seek sanctuary here, but your name will be a good one. And we highly recommend that you use that good name to your advantage, as with the journeys ahead, it would be best that you affiliate yourselves with the guilds that accumulate the archipelago. It would be wise to become more true adventurers. As Loch continues for a moment, her voice does trail off, noticing Angus and Cree on opposite sides of the area, struggling to keep together. She looks to one of her cleric friends, says a little something in a whisper, before Loch goes over to you, Angus, and her friend goes over to you, Cree, as both of them, as if in a bit of a ritual, place a soft hand on each of your shoulders, gently. Their hands are very much like a parent, like a unconditional parent's touch, very sweet, serene, as you can't help but also feel some sort of invigoration with it, as you are healed for those that need it.
Cree didn't take a single hit of damage.
Neither did Siobhan.
Well,
Or Angus.
yeah,
Nope.
but it's a sentimental kind of gesture as they do a small little thing, giving you 4 hit points. Gives you a little bit of a nice feeling.
I mean, I'm pretty much one of the only ones that got hit. Me and Yorga.
Yeah. But right now, the ones that are having a mental breakdown need a little bit more help.
Yeah.
Kree's mental breakdown. For several different reasons. Slightly different reasons than Angus's mental breakdown. She's got a personal mental breakdown going on right now.
Ooh.
Angus is just
yeah,
gonna. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's just yeah. I rambled. Go ahead.
Angus is gonna just kind of quietly stand up, wipe his face as best as he can, and just kind of silently kind of go shuffle over next to the rest of the party and pretend that he wasn't just being a weirdo crying on the ground.
Oh.
Ankor offers an arm and a hug, just like offers it, but doesn't wrap his arms around Angus. He has a feeling that he needs to accept it this time because he's a condition.
He just kind of like looks over at the hug and then kind of looks over at the crowd like, maybe not now?
Fair enough.
Seeing you kind of leave and go to the group side, Lo smiles as she kind of stands up and goes back to where she was. Cree, how are you doing with getting comfort from Ankor and Corey, and also this new cleric?
Her breathing's like going back to normal, and her shaking has mostly stopped. But like there's still like this look in her eyes where it's like what she's really she just has a concerned look in her eyes, but she's calmed down enough where she seems okay for now. But yeah, there's still this like concerned look in her eyes, but she is paying attention. She's not gonna let Corey like leave for a little bit.
Corey is totally fine with that as the cleric notices this, and she slowly backs away and goes back to where she had come from the crowd.
As she leaves, Kree does like kind of like nod at her. She's really not like gonna try and talk right now, but like she just kind of like nods at her as a thank you.
Right. She nodded back in acknowledgement before she snaked back into the crowd. Lo smiles for a moment, looking back at Posos for a moment, stifling laughter from what has transpired before she looks back at all of you. Given the circumstances, I feel a commemoration is needed. Along with your new name, you shall be given a time of relaxation. You more than deserve it.
Ankor
Some of you
perks.
more than others.
Ankor perks up. Will there be a feast?
Of course.
Can
Would
I
you wish
help?
to contribute?
Yes, please.
That you may then.
Ankor is happy now.
As quickly Luck begins to call out orders in Orcish for people to prepare benches, prepare tables, prepare everything for an outdoor cooking and feast for the celebration of change. As for a moment, Posos is kind of silent in his own little world, shouting a few orders himself before you see him stop in his tracks. He looks back towards you guys, slowly, steadily making his way. You know, Vogue's boy,
Yes?
you're a good kid.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I mean, your fighting was awesome. If I may ask, so that we can start getting Vogue and her partner safe. Do you remember exactly where they are?
Well, last I've known, they've been in Malik Bonajo.
Right. And you immediately hear him, like, you see him quickly turn his face as he shouts out to some other folks in Orcish. Ready a search party! And the other folks very quickly reply and begin going to another abode where you can only assume maybe items pertaining to venturing and finding things. As Posos looks back at you, we'll get Vogue and your father here within the week.
Thank you. And if I may say, you are a very great fighter as well.
Pays to be part of a prize, huh? He says, holding his hand up in a sideways fist bump.
Ankor fist bumps him.
Right. So, while Loch is preparing things for the celebration, we probably should set a name for you and your pals.
We should, shouldn't we? And Ankor looks to the group as if like asking for suggestions or anything.
Posos looks to all of them as well. Hey,
Yes.
and if you have any special ideas for your party name. Something that could give you some renown.
Doing a bit of metagaming now, I see.
That's what I was thinking. Yep. I just wasn't gonna I wasn't gonna say
Because we
anything.
already have a name picked out.
But it's never been solidified in game.
Yeah, so we gotta figure out how our characters get there.
Oh no! Like I don't. Whoever chooses, I don't want Yorga to be a spotlight hog, so I'm not letting her be the one who picks the name.
Because Yorgio would be the one to say mothers and fuckers of the jury.
Oh, that was a joke that Jackson made.
I
and then you guys
know,
took
but
it
it's still
seriously.
beautiful.
Can you
Joke that
imagine
Jackson
going into
made.
court and he says,
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm the one that suggested the name.
Fair, so let's have... how do we feel about Ankor saying it?
That's fine.
I'm fine with that.
Assuming we're cutting this section out, right?
Ankor thinks for a moment and turns to him and says, Postal Karma.
You see Posos ponder for a bit, his eyes to the side. His lips kind of pucker to the side a little bit, thinking. I like it. Really like it.
Ankor smiles.
So, and he calls out to everyone around who is doing who knows what, work, prepping the tables, anything else. We toast to Postal Karma! And you hear everyone else around shout, Postal Karma! To Postal Karma! As everyone just rampantly starts grabbing kegs and glasses to begin toasting varying liquids as everyone begins, even more hastily so than ever, to cook and feast. Those who would like to join in with the cooking, roll me. Well, since Ankor would like to join primarily, is there anyone who would like to accompany Ankor for his cooking?
Ankor looks to Angus and asks if he wants to join.
Sure, I suppose. Sure.
Poor Angus.
I'm happy for you, by the way, and I didn't know if that was clear. I apologize that I had
are-
that first.
Are you alright?
I'll be fine. It's nothing.
I don't believe you, but we'll save it for later, alright?
That's perfectly fine by me. It's not about me right now. It's about you anyway.
It's about us. You included.
I don't believe that I'm the one who just won a very, very big victory for my family.
We are family.
Oh, it wasn't Craig that time. Never mind.
Oh, thank God.
Valkyrie.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I disconnected. I'm
It's okay.
sorry.
It's
What did I
okay.
miss?
It's okay. We all just were like, "Oh no, Craig."
No, this time it was my internet.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was about to say something too. But I don't know what I missed, but go ahead and finish whatever it was.
I don't.
It was
I-
Anchor speaking.
Yeah, Ankor was saying, no, Angus, you're part of my family.
Aw.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I wouldn't get too attached to me if I were you. It's not going to be the best thing for you.
It's too late for Cree.
Too late.
Lovely. Now, food. Are we working on that next?
Yes.
Cooking therapy!
Alright. Can I say, as they go off to like go help with the food, Kree kind of like tugs at Corey's shirt just a little bit to get his attention.
Corey looks at, kind of lowers his head a little bit because he's like 4 inches taller than you. Yeah, what's up, Cree?
I'm gonna go somewhere quiet for a little bit.
Okay, you want to go back to the inn?
She nods.
Okay. And you see Corey pull out a doll for a moment, pondering, then remembering, wait, hold up, this is slightly easier. And you see him constantly thinking, do I want to put it in my pocket or not? But then he finally just holds it and like kind of holds it. Ankor, you hear a notable little "Hey, Ankor" coming from your pocket.
Oh, I pull out the doll.
Hey, Ankor. Kree is really overwhelmed, so we're going to head over to the inn for a bit, okay?
Okay, please take care of her, please. Please.
Yeah, not a problem. If you could bring us any leftovers, that would be awesome.
Of course, I'll bring lots.
Awesome. See you later. Have fun.
Okay, take care.
You too. Love you.
Love you too.
Oh.
And you see Corey put his doll away, Kree, and you see his cheeks growing a little bit red as he said those last words. Okay, now to get you to the end, and he slowly begins to take you over to the inn. As now, Ankor, since Angus is helping you, I want you to roll performance for your cooking with advantage.
All right, the performance is a 23.
Noise.
No, wait, not 20, 23, 21. My math was weird there.
Okay. That's still good though. You managed to make some really nice food. Noticing the change of what foods that the white prize prioritizes over Malik Banajo, you managed to make a lot of spiced meats, also making a few nice glazes, we're having a few keyword steamed vegetables on the side, but it's primarily meat, protein, just all the good stuff, and it's really good.
I want to save as much as I can. Well, save some food immediately for Corey and Kree.
Okay, I'm not gonna have you roll for this. You save 2 servings worth of the meat for Corey and Kree each.
All right, I'm gonna bring it to them.
you go over to the inn. It's been now about it took you about a half hour to cook this. Corey and Kree have been in the inn for about 15-ish minutes since you started. Kree, how are you feeling as Corey has been kind of giving you space, just kind of waiting to listen to see if you need anything?
She's just been kind of like sitting somewhere, like her knees pulled up to her chest. She's kind of like just in a ball. She stopped shaking. Her breathing's like perfectly fine, but like there is still that like she has, again, there's still like a slight concern in her eyes.
Hmm.
But She sees Ankor walk in with the food. She is momentarily distracted because she has not eaten yet today, and she is quite hungry.
Corey looks at you, Ankor, as well as you come in. Oh, that was quick. I thought you wanted to. Well, I figured you would want to spend time with the others outside.
We have not eaten yet today, and you two need to eat.
Thank you.
Thank
As
you.
he takes two of the plates, leaving the other two for you, Cree.
She kind of like unfurls just a little bit of just like, her curled up ball and starts to like chow down a bit.
Corey begins to eat a good bit too, trying to fight Scarfing because none of you ate before the battle, which is understandable. But then he has a bit of an epiphany. Hold on, he says as he's not fully chewed or swallowed the bite that he has in his mouth before he goes to rummage through some of his things. He's like, oh, where is it? And he looks underneath one of the beds. Oh, someone was stupid. And he grabs underneath, pulling it out. A rather not well made, but still okay enough viola. As he pulls it up, he reaches in to try and grab the bow or find a bow, which he manages to. He pulls it out. You're fine enough. As he begins to prop the viola up on his shoulder, holding the bow. I don't know about you, Cree, but sometimes for me, a few songs can help me calm down. Let me know if this helps you. As he begins to play a very familiar melody for you, Cree, as you are immediately swarmed with memories of an elven woman who you feel very fond of.
I can't. Frick. How dare you? I know this is my idea, but how dare you?
As Corey continues to play this melody, he's still trying to look at you, Cree, to see if he's doing anything right, trying to actually actively helping you calm down.
How familiar is this tune?
Very.
Is it one of hers? It's
It
definitely
is one of hers. It is one of hers.
Yeah, so she starts to cry.
Corey, stop.
Just
Nope.
very silent tears just start falling from her eyes.
He, considering you're not hiding anything, he immediately notices this and stops his hands. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
I'm sorry. I just she's just stumbling over her words. She has no idea how to begin to explain her reaction right now. She just kind of she looks at Ankor and Corey and thinking about the music just and thinking about
Yeah.
Ankor looks worried.
She curls up and starts sobbing.
Corey immediately just throws the viola and the bow and goes over, and he gives you an immediate look, Ankor. Group hug time as he
Yes, group hug.
As Cree, you are Unless you want to fight it, you are
No, she
immediately
doesn't fight it. She doesn't.
you are
fight it at all.
greeted with a small set of human arms and giant bulky or half orc arms just holding you and creating a human burrito around you.
Well, a human and half orc burrito.
Yeah. Humanoid burrito.
And let me be clear, Ankor is being gentle, which means this feels like a normal hug.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
It's okay. You have no reason to apologize.
It's okay. A lot has happened today.
I know that tune.
You
Know
do?
that song.
I mean a lot of bards, at least in the Sentinels, know that tune. How do you know it?
It's Leodin's song.
Who's
Leodin.
Leodin?
He's the one who taught me to play music. I haven't seen her in a really, really long time. And I really miss her.
Corey kind of tightens his hug around you a little bit, just a little, as he looks at you, Ankor, with a look that says, "We're gonna find her."
Ankor just nods and just starts patting Kree's top of her head, just kind of running his fingers through the parts of her hair that aren't braided.
Which, okay, so she, as this happens, she kind of like returns the hug, and she's still crying a bit. But so as they like hug her and like as Ankor kind of just like pets her head, and she starts to calm down. A very like quiet rumbling just kind of like emanates from her chest for a little bit.
Corey stops for a moment, looks up at you, Ankor, before looking at Kree, kind of constantly moving his head between you two. Food time?
Kree kind of like realizes what happened. She quickly like backs away a bit, like, and just covers her mouth with one of her hands. A look of just like shock on her face.
Hey, it's okay. I don't know all that happened, especially since we all just kind of met you. But I mean, I still think that you're really cool. Two, I'm actually really surprised and glad that you felt comfortable to say things like that. If it makes you feel any better, we won't say anything.
Ankor nods.
Kree just kind of like, she nods back, kind of like realizing they didn't exactly realize what she just did.
Ankor is piecing stuff together since the shopping trip, but he doesn't have enough info to actually piece anything together.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, not a problem. As
Not a problem
he
at all.
gently grabs one of the servings of food that Ankor made for you, Kree, before gesturing it, like holding it out towards you. Back to food time?
She nods and takes the.
As for the rest of you, Yorgia, Siobhan, Angus, what are y'all doing?
Oh
Yogya
boy.
is not okay. Yogya is she's one she's soaking up the praise, but two, being told that she has to stick with these chuckle fucks for this foreseeable future because like the fates have decided it for her. She's not happy. She um she she like briefly like looks over at the feast, like grabs like a small bite of food to like satiate herself, and she's like going straight back to the inn with where they were staying.
And Angus is in the room.
Georgia doesn't notice you and is immediately like trying to like get her things together.
Fun fact. Guess what Angus is doing?
Crying.
I can guess.
Getting undressed?
Oh, no.
No, packing.
Oh my god.
Oh, no!
Jesus Christ, are we that bad?
No.
Now Anchor feels bad.
Oh.
No, it's not.
What Anchor doesn't know won't kill him.
It
Okay.
will. It will. When two friends mysteriously disappear, it will.
When has Georgia ever been nice to you, Anchor?
That doesn't mean Anchor can't get attached.
That's because she's pretty, isn't it?
So what if it is?
But anyway, Georgia is packing her bags. And
Uh,
I don't know how long it's going to take before Georgia notices, but she's not being quiet, so Angus may notice that she's packing.
Angus 100% notices that she's packing. He goes, so are you planning on leaving as well, or?
I just need to go home.
I was under the impression that you weren't supposed to go home.
Oh, I don't care. I they if they welcome me back happily, they'll welcome me back happily, but they're gonna welcome me back either way. My what my parents want me to do is irrelevant right now. If I come back and say I'm not leaving and they try to make me leave again, there are going to be some very angry people who are in very high places. So I'm going home.
I suppose that's perfectly fine. I'm in no position to stop you, really, but
I
is
mean,
there a reason?
I I don't I am not a other people person, which and I don't entirely believe in fate being absolute. And if me sticking with these people means I'm going to have to go on some fantastical adventure, I don't want any part of it, and I would love to avoid that fate. So it seems best that I bid you all adieu and catch the next boat home.
Well, I suppose if that's how you feel about it. Um, I'm clearly not in a position to try to stop you or persuade you otherwise.
I mean, it looks
As
like you're trying to leave yourself, so I mean, it's not like you're doing any better.
no, I'm not, but I'm I'm not trying to leave because I don't want to get wrapped up in something. I'm trying to leave for everyone else's benefit. So
What do you have some army of powerful people coming after you?
Yes, an army of elves.
I was joking. Are
Yes,
you
well,
okay?
well, you see, at this point, I'm probably going to disappear, so telling you things isn't a problem anymore.
Okay. So what's your what's your baggage?
Well, do you want to stick around long enough to hear it? Because it's not short.
Uh, I could I could wait. I don't It's gonna take a while for me to get to the nearest coastline, so I might as well take the time to rest because I don't think I'm gonna be getting any help finding my way back. So go right ahead.
Well, let's see. First of all, um, first of all, um, I was born to a rather wealthy family, and by a rather well, do you know about the Feywilds? Let's start there.
I am aware of the Feywild's existence, not much about their culture other than what I've heard from Mailed, which is they didn't really like humans very much. That's the extent of my knowledge of the culture in the Feywild.
The the elves of the Feywild don't like much of anyone, even other elves of the Feywild.
Doesn't
Uh,
seem surprising.
um, well, I come from one of a few royal lineage.
Hmm. I had figured, considering your immense wealth.
Yes, well, I stole a lot of things right before my wedding night and my coronation. I The royal line of succession is decided by females,
Okay.
and I was princess next in line for the throne.
Yorga doesn't look surprised. She doesn't even try and feign surprise.
You're
She just
taking
kind of
that
nods.
you're taking that very well.
I it Conclusions are easy to draw when it's right in front of your face, but that's irrelevant. I wasn't going to say anything or even bring it up to you or anybody else once I figured it out. I just decided I would keep that information to myself.
Fair enough. Fact of the matter is, I was raised in unsavory conditions, and I don't quite enjoy the state of the Feywilds as they are, but I also didn't really want to ascend the throne under my old name. So,
That's totally fair. So, I'm assuming your family didn't take it very well.
you notice I said I ran away and stole things on my wedding night, Ankor?
Mm. Oh, you
So,
didn't mention the wedding night part.
oh, did I neglect it? Yes, well, arranged marriages and all.
Yeah,
He seems like a nice enough fellow. He's just not at all my type.
that's fair.
But no, my aunt, who is the only family I have left, is not very supportive of much.
Hmm.
And, well, I decided to leave. I know for a fact that at some point she's going to find me, and she's going to take me back, and she's going to force me to assume the throne.
Oh, that's.
It's
And what if you refuse to assume the throne?
I Well, I suppose the option I hadn't really ever considered it, but more important than rejecting the throne is what good I could do with that throne.
Yeah. But I mean, if it means being someone you're not in order to have that throne, it doesn't seem worth it. At least to me.
Maybe it's not, but I'll have a period of time before I'm forced into that life where I get to be myself. I was hoping to do it around a bunch of people that I liked, of which this group is mostly them, but I didn't really like the spell that I cast there at the end. It's one that my aunt personally had used on myself at one point. And I I worry that maybe I'm slowly becoming like her and that I'm not safe to be around anymore.
Well, I think you're pretty. Of everyone here, I think that you are the most tolerable. I I'm not I don't really enjoy, or I guess it's really I don't know how to be close with other people. I was it's I grew up being very much idolized by my community to the point where I don't understand the whole friendship thing. At least that's what my family says to me. But I don't think that you are a bad person, is what I'm trying to say. And honestly, I think that everyone here cares a lot about you, especially Cree. Cree seems to really care about you. So I'm not saying that you should stay if it's not what you want to do, but I am saying that you are important to these people and they care about you deeply, and I don't think they would have as be as close to you if you weren't a good person, because I can guarantee you that at least Siobhan is not stupid, and she wouldn't keep someone around who she thinks is a danger to herself or Ankor or anyone else. So take that with a grain of salt, but I think that they would I don't think they would be as far as we are now without you. If I'm being honest, you are probably the primary reason why we haven't died 10 times over. You, you're extremely powerful, and the fact that you have stuck around to protect us has shows a lot about your character. I don't know your aunt, but I can guarantee that you aren't like her.
Yorga,
Yes?
I I don't think that we're by any means exactly the same, but I do see some similarities in our situations here. Some.
I mean, being told that you are basically the um the mouthpiece of a goddess is not something that you really something that doesn't really sit well in a young person's upbringing, I must say. So I don't know, but I don't think that I feel like I am a round peg trying to be shoved into a square hole, and I think that this group would be much better without me, to be perfectly honest, especially considering I feel like I should be able to help them, and because I don't really see the rest of the I really don't see them as capable enough to take care of themselves. But I don't think that I'm doing a very good job of that, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Yorga,
Yes.
you don't know me all that well, and I'll be honest, I don't know you all that well.
Yeah, I agree, and I try to keep it that way.
If that's how you really wish to keep it, I suppose that's fine, but I would um, appreciate your help with something.
And what would that be?
Well, back home, I'm eventually going to be dragged back home, whether it is by my own volition or someone finally figuring out where I am and dragging me back. I do have someone back home that I do wish to save. Several people, in fact. I'm
And
going to go ahead.
no, you go ahead. I was going to ask you to continue.
I I don't I don't know that I can get it done on my own. I may be strong, but I'm not, or I may be powerful, but I'm not strong. I am very frail. I was always a sickly child. I'm still kind of a sickly adult. I could really use someone like you who is strong and intelligent and now knows my secret to try to help me figure out how to make this work. If you don't mind sticking around for just a little bit longer. I don't expect you to owe me anything here, obviously, but if there's anything I can do for you in return, say the word.
Well, I don't know how you could help me with anything that I need. Most of my qualms and most of my battles are on a more celestial scale. So, but if you need my help, then I'm more than happy to help you because, I mean, if I'm not going to be able to do good back home, and if I'm not going to be welcomed by my family back home, I might as well do something with my time here. I guess the one thing I ask is, how do you want to go about this? Do you want to stay with them? Do you want to go on our own way? Because I don't want you to be left unable to live your truth for as long as you want to be able to. But I don't know. I guess, what do you want to do?
I I would like to stay with them for at least a bit longer. If we end up needing to leave them in order to keep them safe or in order to make a plan work better, I won't like it, but I'll do what I have to do if I have to. But for now, at least, since I say no reason not to, and safety in numbers and all that,
Hmm.
I I don't see why not. Besides, as you said yourself, Kree has certainly taken a liking to me. I'd hate to see how distraught she'd be if I suddenly disappeared.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that the rest of the group really appreciates my presence. I haven't made myself one that can be very appreciated anyway, but if you need my help, then I can suck it up, I suppose. I don't want to leave you hanging, especially with the stakes being as high as they are.
Well, there we are then. I'd offer to shake hands or hug on it, but no, thank you.
I am also okay with that with that not happening. Do you want this to do you not want to tell the others? Is this something I should hold to myself?
Ray's the only other one that knows for now, and I'd, at least for now, like to keep it that way.
Hi there, me, Kirk again. Again, this is one of those moments where Craig unfortunately did not want to work, and so here is a short summary written up by the DM, Tyler. Angus and Yoriga were incredibly overwhelmed and reminded of trauma, and both wanted to pack their shit and leave. Yoriga because she felt like she was being disrespected and wanted to go home, and Angus because of his use of witch bolts, which reminded him of someone at home using it on him and mentally and physically scarring him for life. Thus, he fears he's becoming his abuser. However, after a bittersweet heart-to-heart, now that they are working with each other to stay, primarily because Yorga sees the others as too incompetent without the two of them, which Ankor, Corey, and Kree heard a lot of because the walls are a bit thin. Let's just say, through it all, everyone was freaking out of character, Valkyrie and Ty especially. They were all internally screaming, and a few of them were outwardly screaming. You should have heard it when it happened, but unfortunately you can't. Alright, that is it for me from now. Enjoy the rest of the episode, and hopefully nothing else goes wrong.
And
Yeah, he's
as
loud.
and as Yorgia, Angus, you two go back outside to the feast proper, you see Siobhan a lot more noodlier than you normally see her. Such a stoic. What?
What about that thing that you were saying before?
Well, there have been several things that I've been trying to say before, but Craig wants to be a butt. But as you begin to make your way out, you see Siobhan again, but a lot more noodlier than you expected. Normally such a
Noodle.
stoic and proud woman, such a strong fighter. Normally you wouldn't think that she would be like this, kind of leaning onto folks, as she's just loud talking, having a keg of ale. She looks happy, but you can definitely tell that she's drunk.
Yogia looks at Siobhan and meekly approaches and is like, you good?
I'm fantastic. Aren't you fantastic? She attempts to give Yorgia like a hug, a very boisterous hug.
Yogia is like so taken aback by this version of Siobhan that she doesn't even like try and back away and ends up getting thrown into this hug. It's like, oh my god, okay.
Do you know how much I love you? I love you. I love you so much. I love you this much. And she lets Yorgia go and like puts her arms out. That's a lot of much.
Angus is horrified because of how much he knows Yorga did not want to be touched at night.
Yogia
Melissa,
is taken aback, and the whole "I love you" spiel has unlocked something in her.
Uh-oh.
She has learned a new emotion, and she is very overwhelmed to the point that she feels her eyes watering.
We are having so many feels this
Oh,
session,
no.
both in and out of game.
Oh.
She
God, what
out
a
of
New emotion
character.
unlocked. Tears.
Out of character, Yorkia has never had someone tell her that she loves them.
Oh my gosh.
Baby!
You sweet
As
summer
soon as
child.
Kree and Yorga grow close, Kree will make it her job to say I love you every day.
Okay, but now what you just realized, the entire interaction was, "Hey, buddy, I love you." Hugs Yorga, puts Yorga back down. "I love you this much." Yorga sobbing uncontrollably.
She's not
So
sobbing.
much is happening. It's so great.
Siobhan takes one look at you, like you were openly weeping, and she just starts to
wait.
openly weep.
She's not weeping. She's
Sorry.
staring surprised as tears just kind of free fall off her face. She isn't crying or sniffling. Her body has not caught up with her brain yet, and her brain has not fully processed what's happening, but her body is completely overwhelmed and she's crying. But she's like, "Wow, I really care about you too, Siobhan. You mean a lot to me, and you do a lot for us, and where did you get the ale?"
All over. She gestures to the field of celebration. I'm assuming there's numerous kegs everywhere.
Oh, several.
Pick one. Pick one.
Yogia goes to the nearest one and fills up a glass.
Okay, how much of that glass you drinking?
All of it very fast.
Okay, roll Constitution.
Oh my god, Siobhan is so happy. She's her face is flushed. She's, oh, you're learning.
Drinking buddy.
18. She's fine.
Yeah, you're just fine.
We've got drinking buddies and secret trios.
All the secrets.
Yogia, after she slams this all down in just a few gulps, she looks at Angus, the tears down her face. She looks she looks disheveled. Yogia usually has this very pompous air about her that she needs to always have save face. But right now she looks like a mess. She's not drunk, but she's not. Yeah.
She's not okay.
Siobhan,
There's just so much not okay happening for the entire group right now. Nobody is. Oh, the only people who are even remotely okay are Ankor and Corey and Siobhan.
Well,
Half
Siobhan
the party's
is too,
having.
Siobhan
having
is
a-
too to care.
Siobhan failed her
Half the party's
constitution
having
check. Siobhan is great.
extreme breakdowns right now, and it's so good.
See what happens when prophecies are told? These breakdowns happen.
Luck needs to learn to be more conservative with these prophecies. It causes just people to cry.
Angus, Yorga's just looking at Angus I don't know how to, her face is I don't know how to process this feeling right now.
The look on Angus's face is, fuck, dude, I don't know either. Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh.
Yeah. God. Okay.
Alrighty, no
Uh,
problem.
not-
I was rolling pretty good that entire fight. I'm fairly confident.
You're gonna jinx
I swear to God, I
yourself.
swear to Allah, that is holy.
That is a natural 1.
And I was just whispering to myself, I swear if that's a natural 1, I swear to all that is holy.
Holy frick! Oh my god!
Immediately, as you go to drink it and you start, like, you start gulping it, feel like trying to gag, and as soon as you bring the keg away from your mouth, you feel like everything's for a moment. You do not feel right, and then
Wait, like throwing up or?
as you are hastily, like someone sees this and just hastily gives you some water and a cake that is double the size of whatever cake that you had previously. Drink up. You need that now.
I'm fine.
No, you are not going to feel fine later. Get that in your stomach.
I'm fine. It's fine. I just need a minute, okay?
Okay, well, when you come down, drink some of that.
Alright. I'm fine. How am I actually feeling?
You're feeling severely dehydrated. That it tasted okay. But because of that weird feeling in the back of your throat, you just could not take it, and your body was like, "Nope," and it yeeted everything out.
I'm going for another one.
That's the spirit.
Roll me Constitution as you take another keg of ale.
You're gonna stand there and watch. It's like watching someone trying to push a button that slaps them in the face and then be surprised when it's
Hmm. It was a 12, by the way.
Okay, thankfully the mix of the ale and the little remnants of upchuck that are still in you're definitely feeling a little bit better. Probably not the way that you expected. Glass, you're feeling a kind of wobbly. You're starting to understand.
basically.
Do you want another glass though?
Yogia is going to push her luck and have another glass.
Roll me Constitution.
Yeah.
And the luck is slowly wearing thin, and I have rolled a 12.
Yeah, now it's starting to hit you. You've really tasted the fermentation, and it's starting to, like, it has a weird sensation. This go, it actually feels like it's warming you slowly from your core outward, and it feels really nice.
Hell yeah. Yogia is not at the level of oh my god as Siobhan and Angus, but she's feeling pretty good, loosened up a little bit.
Yeah.
And she's shaken off those yucky feels from earlier and is ready to just have a good time. Hey, where's Kree and Ankor?
That is a good question. Kree, Ankor, how are you two feeling as you have been hanging out with Corey in your guys' room?
Not good.
I mean, you have food.
There's an extreme mix of emotions happening in Kree right now.
There's food.
Apprehension. There is food, and she's probably eating. She's definitely eating the food, but like, there's also a lot going on in her head right now. Considering what I just rolled behind the scenes.
Yeah, same here.
Corey
Alright.
is just kind of silent as he's eaten one of his plates. As he looks between the two of you. Should we maybe go see how the others are doing?
Ankor just nods.
Yeah. Kree has there's still a lot going on in her head right now. She's pretty okay for right now.
You guys.
She gets up and grabs her stuff.
Okay. Corey has some of his stuff as well as the other the other serving of food that he has yet to eat, as he helps everyone get out of the room and make their way outside. The rest of you have been used to this, but Kree and Ankor, along with Corey, as you guys slowly come out of the inn, going out of the front door, you are immediately bombarded with celebratory music, mandolins and drums. Frankly, prioritizing a lot of percussion, just swarming your ears in wonderful sounds of cheer and celebration. You see a lot of people doing a lot of celebratory games, namely celebratory sparring, as you see a giant table along with a few small sparsed around. At the bigger table, at one of the corners, you notice Siobhan, shit-faced drunk, Angus, and Yorgia, who is
She's just smiling and like laughing at the ridiculousness that is Siobhan and Angus at the moment.
Ankor walks up to Jorgen.
do you want to drink some of that that's over there?
She shakes her head.
Okay, you mind if I go over there and grab myself something real quick?
She nods. You can go.
Don't worry, we'll take care of her. She'll be fine.
Corey quickly goes over.
Kree was actually as Corey goes over to get a drink. Kree actually she's kind of like shrunk down because again she's probably much shorter than everyone here. She kind of she's shrunk down, but she's making her way over to where the music is, right?
Okay. Yeah, you see a lot of folks. You see one person that has a mandolin, but the vast majority of others around them are using a lot of drums, primarily a lot of pitched drums, kind of similar to timpanis. So the bass and the beats, are a wonderful, wonderful sound. With the mandolin more just providing a sort of harmony along with a change of timbre. Timbre, sorry.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Kree kind of She pulls her pan flute out of her bag and is holding it, but she doesn't really like play it yet. She's not sure if she's like if she's like can, if now is like a time she can. But like she definitely like wants to play along.
Aw. The one person that is on the mandolin looks at you for a moment, seeing your pan flute, gives a soft smile as you see a bit of a tusk peeking out, gives a quick nod.
She smiles, her canines like just barely poking out under her lips again, and she kind of like takes a spot next to the mandolin player and begins to play.
Roll me performance. At advantage, considering you are now with a group of people.
So that's a 28.
No, you do really good, and you add another level of sound and everything to this music that goes on, to where you notice a few folks. You didn't notice this immediately when you were over, when you first got over, but there was a small little pouch that's been left open, and you see a few people putting in a few coins. No doubt that this is going to be split among all of you, now you being a bit of a newbie into this wonderful little band, but you're definitely making a sight, making wonderful sound. People are loving you.
As she plays, like she doesn't move a lot, but she definitely like kind of like dances along to the music just a little bit as she plays. Not too much to like throw her off.
Okay.
But
Very
she dances
cute.
a little.
As Corey swipes a drink and he's going to chug it down, which he does effortlessly, and he is completely fine.
Angus takes first drink of his entire life and immediately throws something Corey's over here. Like, let's fucking go!
Just like drinks. It's like, oh, that was great. Let's do that again.
Anchor, are
Yes?
you going to join in and have a drink, or are you going to be the designated driver?
No, I don't like alcohol.
Technically, Kree's always going to be the designated driver. I don't think she's ever going to have alcohol.
So as the night continues and the sun sets...
Well, actually, if Corey is able to peer pressure him into it, he might.
Oh.
Nice.
Roll for peer pressure.
As if on cue, Corey begins to sneak behind you, and I want you to roll for strength as little Barty Boyo is going to try and tackle hug you again from behind.
Okay, that's a 14.
And he also rolled a 14 as he wraps his arms behind you from behind after getting a good leap. And he still grabs you, but he didn't talk.
Wait, what?
Group hug on the
Angus
Anchor!
Wait, what?
sprints up and jumps onto Anchor's front side and hugs onto him.
Yorga still has enough of her wits about her to not participate.
Siobhan?
Anchor
Oh, definitely. Siobhan looks over and is like, "This looks fun."
Yay!
And goes in.
And there are so many people now, including a very noodly drunk Siobhan, that hug you and put so much pressure on you that you end up falling onto your side, Anchor.
Hello? Anchor is just giggling a bit as everybody hugs him. He just feels happy that this is happening, even though it's probably in the drunken state with two of those.
Yeah. Speaking of, Corey grins. So, since Korea's having a bit of fun, you want a drink?
Oh, I really shouldn't, but if you insist.
Hey, get him a glass! As
Wow, it did not
quickly-
take much for Corey to peer pressure Ankor. He didn't even try to fight it. He was just like, okay, if you insist.
Quickly, one of the other feast goers comes over
Well-
and quickly gives Corey a cake, which Corey quickly gives, though after trying to help the others get up and off Ankor so that he can use his arms.
Angus is hanging on.
Well, you're
Well-
on his leg, so
I'm just nuzzling up to his leg halfway.
I am going to pet Angus as he's on me because I like Angus a lot.
Anchor.
so as you drink this, Ankor, roll me Constitution.
All right, here we go. 18.
Yeah, you're doing good. And as considering, oh man, we are an hour past. So,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why I wasn't fighting it because we are way past time.
yeah, so as
We've been having so much fun.
as the festivities continue to go into the late night, many of you get more drunk than you were expected. Some of you managed to stay only a little bit tipsy, as Kree, you are completely sober and splitting some of the change that you get throughout the celebration.
Hi there, yes, me again. Something did else go wrong. Craig messed up the recording once again, and this is the final time that I will be coming to you for this episode, only because Craig does not want to record certain parts of the story. And so once again, we have a lovely summary typed up by Tyler, and that is what I'm going to read out now. Here we had Yorga and Angus meeting Sivan during the feast, wherein Angus proceeded to have the first drink of his life, and because of a nat 1, he immediately vomited. Yorga wanted to get drunk, but rolled too good for it to work, thus saving them from a drunk night. She seemed to be pretty anxious and miffed about that. Angus proceeded to stupidly have another drink, and started getting pretty drunk as Saban got more drunk and Yorga got tipsy. Ankor, Corey, and Kree then met everyone, wherein Corey pressured Ankor to have a drink. Kree got some money from accompanying a percussive troupe of bards for the rest of the night. And then everyone went to sleep in their respective rooms, wanting to take time to explore their new allied fortress before they set off to the hub of all the adventuring guilds within the Remal Archipelago. Thank you so much for accompanying us on this journey. I have been Kirk, your video and audio editor, and I will let the others say their goodbyes.
And that is where we're going to end today's session. Thank you all so much for listening in to another episode of the World of Morath. I cannot wait for what's going to happen next week, because gods, if the feels this week was anything,
We got
Oh
a
my
long
gosh.
rest.
yes,
One
everyone
day
gets a long
remains.
rest.
Let me just update that in my notes.
Yes. And with that, we
You're
shall
all
bid you
about to
all.
You're all about to find out exactly why Kree freaked out so badly after that fight.
Yeah. So with that, we shall bid you all goodbye. Hope you all had a fun time listening to this. As this has been Tyler, M, Robin, Austin, Valkyrie, and
Valkyrie.
Melissa.
Robin wasn't here, actually. I'm sorry.
Oh. Oh no.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
I know, I just wanted to play along. But y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later, Geeters!
Enjoy your long rest.
Yes.
Now fuck off.